Ladies and gentlemen, hey, hi, how you doing? Welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for stopping by. I'm not gonna lie, this is not a video I was expecting to make. In fact, as I was sitting down to start talking about a different video, talking about how, man, these updates in COD are just not doing what they need to do, Call of Duty released what you guys are seeing right here. A message to the community, which is something that we don't really ever see from the main Call of Duty account, right? Like usually it's the Raven account or the Sledge account previewing some changes. This to me sort of speaks volumes as to how broken everything really is right now and how poor of a state COD is in. So we got a lot to talk about today as we go over it all. If you enjoy the video at any point, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. And of course, if you're new to the channel or if you have not already subscribed, every single day I got you covered with all things going on in COD. News, updates, loadouts, tips, it is all right here. So feel free to subscribe with your notifications turned on. And also right now, Code Immortal is boosted to get you 30% off on everything on the G Fuel site. So if you want to grab anything there, Code Immortal has you covered. But this is basically a thread from Call of Duty, a message to our community. They talk about some general stuff. They talk about some Warzone stuff. They also talk about some Vanguard stuff. Let's get into it. So this is the first initial post. We wanted to take a minute to talk about fixing the game because boy does it need it. We hear you and we feel your frustrations. Our teams are hard at work addressing the issues that are being experienced across Vanguard, Warzone, and I'm so glad that they finally mentioned it, Modern Warfare. Updates are being deployed as quickly as possible. We want everyone to have a seamless experience no matter which game mode, or platform you play on. So they're also alluding to the vast majority of issues that are on console right now too. Your feedback is a critical part of our developmental process to make our games the best they can be. Stay posted for real-time updates, and for the most frequent ones, make sure you're following Raven, Sledge, Infinity Ward, and Treyarch, yada yada yada. This first part's pretty important though. Talking about how broken Modern Warfare has been for a month with zero comms from Infinity Ward, from Raven, from whoever wants to fix that game. There's been no mention of it, so I'm glad they're finally recognizing that. And obviously, Vanguard's got quite a few issues. Ever since the Season 1 update, the quality of life in that game has definitely diminished quite a bit. In Warzone, as we know, console is basically unplayable still, especially after the most recent update. Even on PC, it's got issues. So I'm glad they're finally saying, hey, we get that it's broken, and I'm glad they're doing it on the biggest account they have with @Call of Duty. And like I said, they also detailed some stuff specifically for Warzone and for Vanguard. Unfortunately, they don't go into full detail about Modern Warfare. We're just hoping to see some updates there, I guess, in the future. That's a little bit unfortunate, a little bit annoying, I won't lie, but hey, communication is at least a step forward from what we've been getting recently, right? So latest implemented changes, bug fixes, collision issues with various issues. I'm not gonna lie, that seems like a bit of a cop-out. Hey, we just changed these things, collision issues. That specifically is fixed in literally every single title update we get. I'm not gonna lie, that's kind of a cop-out. Weapon balancing adjustments to the akimbo double barrel, including issues with the range. That's cool. I'm glad they're recognizing that. Now, known issues being worked on. This is what's important here. Console performance. We are continuing to investigate various performance-related issues on both Xbox and PlayStation platforms. This last update, the mid-season update, attempted to fix some stuff with console stability. And on PlayStation, they did a decent job. But on Xbox, the game somehow now crashes more. Literally, I've had comments, I've seen Reddit posts, I've seen Twitter threads, you name it. Xbox is basically unplayable right now because the game crashes every 30 minutes. So despite them saying, hey, we made some stability improvements to console, to Xbox and PlayStation in the last update, it really didn't improve the quality of life there all that much. So they are working on that. Invisible skins. We're aware of the reports that certain skins are appearing invisible in Warzone. Yes, they fixed the tier 100 skin a little while back, but now there's multiple other skins in Warzone that are just a head. So heads up, literally, you're gonna run into those in game until they have a fix for those. I don't quite get how that keeps becoming an issue because they fixed one. I feel like it'd be the same fix for all of them, but I'm also incredibly ignorant to game dev, so I don't really know. They're also working on buy stations, working on a fix to solve where some players are experiencing freezes when attempting to access a buy station. Obviously, this is a small portion of what's being worked on and what they know about. If we look at the Trello board, there is a long list of issues that we've covered numerous times here on the channel, but these are some of their primary issues that are affecting pretty much all players right now, and I'm glad they're at the forefront, and hopefully we see some timely fixes here, because at the end of the day, the same thing goes for Modern Warfare, for Vanguard, for Warzone. Actions speak louder than words when it comes down to it. Like, I love communication. I'm glad they're finally being more open and transparent with us. It's taken long enough, but at the end of the day, you can say anything. I want to see it happen in game. I want to see these changes actually implemented, and I want to see players actually able to experience the game and experience the new map that's been out for almost 2 months at this point. Now, we also got some the same kind of notes for Vanguard as well. Latest implemented changes, bug fixes, multiplayer stability improvements, camo and weapon challenges are now tracking improved spawn logic, unless you're on shipment, in which case you just constantly spawn with enemies 24/7. Weapon and perk balancing, reduction to incendiary grenade damage, sniper buffs, improved mortar barrage, and perks to counter fires. So that's basically a recap of some of the patch notes from the mid-season update. We also have the known issues being worked on. Weapons and equipment, shotgun nerfs, and smoke reductions on incendiary rounds. Big news there. They're confirming, yes, the shotguns are going to get nerfed, because even though we've seen multiple nerfs to the combat shotgun now, it's still ridiculously broken. Even the Einhorn, and I would say honestly the Graciato as well, they're all problematic in multiplayer. You run them with that combat shield on your back and you're just a nuisance to the entire lobby, especially on shipment and DOS house, right? So I'm glad they're finally acknowledging, yeah, the shotgun nerfs are on their way, and they're also reducing smoke on incendiary rounds. That's a pro as well. Kill streaks, working on issues with attack dogs, including challenge tracking and perk protections. So they're going to adjust the dogs more in the future. Cold-blooded basically not working against dogs and whatnot. They're going to see some updates there. Perks, fixes for cold-blooded and high alert bugs, and a buff for high alert as well. So it seems like they nerfed it in this last update, and then they just want to revert that, I would say, essentially. And as far as the fixes for cold-blooded goes, I believe they're referencing the fact that if an enemy is using cold-blooded and you aim at them, sometimes you'll lose aim assist, which is a pretty big deal if you're playing on controllers, so they're looking into fixing that as well. Modes, improving diversity in map rotation and accuracy of the quick play filters. There's times where you'll queue for blitz and you're in a tactical map, 4v4 on whatever map there is. That's a big issue, and knowing that it doesn't work as intended yet, so they're going to update and fix that. Matchmaking, investigating a party disconnect issue where players are kicked from the party post-match. Honestly, the party system in general in Vanguard is abysmal. If I'm playing with my friends, if we have 3 or 4 or 5 players trying to get into a party, it takes us 10 minutes to actually all get in the game and then all queue into a game without everyone disconnecting, so that's another big issue they're looking into. And then finally, they mentioned zombies, dedicated server pause for solo, which is a basic feature that somehow is still not in the game, and single-player private matches, fixes for the seasonal executioner challenge not progressing. I'm not gonna lie, part of this just mainly seems like they just took the Trello board and put it into a Twitter post. Not, the most exciting thing, considering we already knew a good portion of these issues were a thing, but nonetheless, it is communication. It's an update, like I said, that we really haven't seen before from the official Call of Duty account saying, hey, we get it, all of our games are broken right now, we're working on it. So good news in that. It'll be better news once this is all implemented and the games are actually running as they should be for a AAA, publisher here in studios that have been doing this for quite some time. Hopefully we see some impactful and monumental changes here in the very near future. Of course, as we see any new updates go live or any new previews or information released from Call of Duty or any of the studios, we'll be covering it right here on the channel, so stick it here for that and everything else going on, tips, loadouts, everything like that. I got you covered on a daily basis. Make sure you're subscribed with your notifications on. And also, if you enjoyed the video, let me know by dropping a like on it. Would be seriously appreciated. But all that said, that is going to wrap things up for today. Thank you so much for tuning in, and until next time, take it easy, have an awesome rest of your day, and I will catch you guys next time. Peace out.